In April, Joburg residents were receiving their municipal statements via SMS as well as via the city website e-services and postal services during lockdown. SMS notifications containing customer invoices were sent to customers via their cell phones as they appear on the billing system. Now, a member of the mayoral committee in Environment and Infrastructure Services, Mpho Moerane, is now calling upon residents to allow City Power officials and its contractors access to their premises. The contractors will carry out meter readings to ensure that revenue collection processes are not interrupted. The city requires the use of revenue in order to provide essential services to the city of Joburg's residents during the fight against coronavirus. For more on the story, we're joined via Skype by Joburg MMC for Environment and Infrastructure Services, Mpho Moerane. A very good morning and thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Minister of Kokta, Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, has issued new regulations with regards to municipal operations and services. How will this assist the city and your entities?
Good morning, Desiree. Good morning to the viewers of SABC, and wish you all a happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Desiree, on the 7th of May, the Minister of Kokta gazetted regulations which include meter readings. Municipalities and municipal entities are expected to read their meters. In Johannesburg, we have electricity meter readers and water meter readers. We are expecting both entities, City Power, Johannesburg Water, to send their meter readers to read the meters so that we can provide accurate billing. You will recall that during the level 5 lockdown, we were not supposed to send anyone. Now that the new regulations have been regulated, will assist us to make sure that we send accurate billing. We have estimated most of the water meters. Most of our electricity meters are automated. We have about 30,000 that we read manually, but the water meters are still manually read. We request our residents to allow our meter readers access during this level 4 lockdown.
How will you ensure the safety of residences and people within the residences during these visits by contractors?
Most of our meter readers will have PPEs. We'll have a sanitizer to always sanitize after each and every reading. We'll have a mask to make sure that we protect both meter readers and our residents. We will ensure that there is social distance if a customer allows us access and opens the gate. But we will also try to make sure that everyone is safe. But it is important that our residents allow us access so that we can give accurate bills so that they can pay on time.
Your response is in relation to the threats of contracting the coronavirus. But what I meant was safety from criminal elements, because this has been a problem in the past, where people would let people into their houses under the pretext that it was the city of Joburg workers when it wasn't.
Thank you, Desiree. Most of our meter readers, in particular Johannesburg water meter readers, which we don't use contractors, they have identification. So our residents must request identification. For City Power, yes, we use contractors, but they are also certified and they do have permits, and our residents have the right to ask for such identification.
So what can residents do in the case of wrong or incorrect billing, even after going through this process? Because we saw just yesterday, one of the very well-known personalities, Ridi Tlhabi, was tweeting about incorrect and ridiculous billing.
Actually, I also responded to Reddy's tweet. Most of the bills have an estimated amount, which is plus minus 57 days estimation. If you check your bill, it will say how many days of estimation. Once we get an accurate reading, it will correct itself automatically. So we encourage them to phone in, send their meter readings. They can send it on Twitter. They can send it on email, meterreadings@joburgwater.org.co.za. And for City Power, it's also meterreading@citypower.co.za. We will correct it, but this month we will make sure that we read all our meters on time.
Thanks again for talking to us. Let's just remind our viewers finally about the importance of keeping their municipal bills up to date. All right.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you there.
Oh, I was asking you, just in finalizing our conversation, to remind our viewers about the importance of keeping your municipal bill up to date.
It is critical that at this stage that our residents pay their bills so that we can continue providing efficient service. If the city does not get any revenue, we will be unable to provide services. So we encourage all our viewers to pay. Yes, the MMC for Finance, Councillor Jolie D. Matongo, also was on radio on Friday, announcing some form of relief for those who are unable to pay, but the city still has to, the mayoral committee still has to endorse them. Then it will be announced by month end on the relief packages.
Thank you so much, Mpho Moerane, for speaking to us. Mr. Moerane is with the Joburg Mayoral Community in Environment and Infrastructure.